number?
How you doing, so where are you from?
Indianapolis, Indiana.
Well, you came a long way to be here, huh? Something
Yes,
must have motivated you. What was that?
Well, just the direction of the government. I see our constitutional rights being going away. They try to silence those that stand up against them. So we're all for protecting our constitutional rights, lowering our taxes, and we certainly don't want the government running the healthcare industry because they certainly do not run anything efficiently and well.
Right. So they say there's upwards of between 100 and 200,000 people here today, although some media outlets are downplaying that number. But in any event, this is the biggest rally of people since the Vietnam War. How does that make you feel?
I think it's just beginning. It's just the beginning.
Wow. So since Tax Day Tea Party, this movement seems to have grown. So, excuse me. Getting very loud. Okay. So Nancy Pelosi's the contention that you guys are part of an AstroTurf movement doesn't really add up if you look at this crowd.
No, I don't think so, and I don't really pay attention to what she says against us, because the more she rallies against us, I think the more it rallies people for us and with us.
Right. She seems to have had the opposite effect from mocking and demonizing the Tea Party goers.
Yeah, I think she and Harry Reid, Barney Frank, Chris Dodd, I think they do more for our movement than anything we can do for ourselves. So they're certainly helping us and helping us rally together.
Did you hear Barack Obama's speech the other night before the joint session of Congress?
No, I missed it.
Right. Did you know that Joe Wilson, congressman from South Carolina, blurted out that he was a liar, that he lied? Did you hear about that?
Yes, I did, and I saw the clip. Certainly not maybe the most appropriate thing to do, but he's certainly right.
Right. So it might not have been the best decorum, but what he said was the truth.
Yes.
That the idea that illegal aliens aren't going to be covered.
That is a big lie, because he can't turn them away in his voting, so he needs them to stay in power and in office. So I think Joe Wilson was right.
Right. Very good. Thanks for your comments. Really appreciate it.
Yep, thank you.
Wow, that says a lot, that sign, sir. Where are you from?
Albuquerque, New Mexico.
Wow, you came all the way here to D.C. That's a long trip. You must have feel pretty motivated to do something like that.
Very motivated to be here.
Right.
To be here to make it known. I wanted to lend my weight to this meeting. I wanted everyone to know. I want everybody to know how many people are here.
Did you know there was this many right-wing extremist terrorists that the government wants you to believe?
Yeah.
You look like a terrorist.
Yeah, I do. I'm definitely a right-wing extremist. Absolutely.
Really, I'm trembling. I got to keep the camera steady. So, sir, you realize that this is the biggest event since the Vietnam War as far as a group of protesters coming together.
I hadn't heard that. Amazing.
Yeah, because it's upwards between 100 and 200,000 people. There hasn't been that much big of a gathering to protest the government since the Vietnam War. There was a Million-Man March among African Americans in 2003, I think it was, but that wasn't to protest the government. This is specifically against the policies of the government. So does this give you hope that things could change in our government?
It gives me faith in my fellow citizenry. Many of them are out here fighting for freedom, and freedom breeds prosperity. And we need more freedom. If we want to have more, we have to stop going for the collectivist solutions that make our neighbors, that steal from our neighbors and give wealth to people who aren't producing. And we'll have less. Economics proves it. We don't want to have less. We want to have more. More freedom will make more.
So you don't think the Robin Hood principle works in America, do you?
Robin Hood principle means everybody covers up their goods and hides them. Nobody has anything that anybody can steal.
Don't you want to get back at those nasty rich people who are taking away everybody's prosperity?
You know, when I was a young child, I said it was unfair to tax a man's dollars more just because he made more dollars.
Well, even as a young child, you understood that.
I did. I wrote it down when I was 16.
Wow. And yet Barack Obama actually taught constitutional law. Do you think he needs a refresher course?
I'd like to teach him a thing or two about the Constitution.
Right. I'm sure you can, too. Very good. Thank you. I appreciate your comments.
Thank you very much.
Okay, take care. Well, I got a whole family here who came all the way to Washington, D.C. to let their voice be heard. So where are you guys from?
Dallas.
Where?
Dallas.
Dallas, Texas. Wow, you guys came a long way.
Yep.
You must have been really motivated.
We are.
So, what made you come?
Well, we feel like we're losing all of our freedoms, and we want to get them back. Everything this new administration has done is the opposite of what we believe in.
Do you think in the building behind me that they're listening?
Not yet.
Not yet.
No.
But the numbers keep growing of people who are fed up with what the government's doing, so eventually they're going to have to, right?
I hope so. We started in Dallas. We started with 3 people. Then we had a February Tea Party with about 300. Then we had an April one with 5,000. And we had July 4th with 37,000. So
how many people do you think are here today?
I have no idea, but
they're estimating upwards of 200,000.
Yeah.
Do you realize that? You're making history here. There hasn't been an event this big since the Vietnam War. So, do you feel proud of that? You guys feel proud? Especially you, you're young. You're going to be able to show this to your grandchildren.
Yes, I hope so.
That's great, if there's still an America left by then, hopefully. Yeah. So, you guys, okay, let me just get your signs here. The audacity of nope. That's a good one. That's very good, very good. A lot of creative signs here. Cap and Trade Congress, yeah. So did you hear Barack Obama's speech the other night before Congress?
Yes,
You've heard it? Did it persuade you in any way? No?
Full of lies. Joe Wilson was right.
Full of lies. So do you agree with what Joe Wilson said when he called him a liar?
Absolutely.
And they're trying to crucify him over that.
I know.
But when Harry Reid called George Bush a loser and a liar, and Hillary Clinton called Dick Cheney Darth Vader, the media didn't seem to care about that. But one person utters liar, which he is, then they're making a big deal out of it. You find that kind of hypocritical?
Oh yeah. Media is extremely biased.
Right.
Very biased.
That's no surprise, right?
Right. Been that way for years.
But there's so many people here today, they're going to have to listen, aren't they?
I hope so.
Right. Well, thanks for coming and contributing your voice to this massive effort to get our liberty back and to get our government back.
You're welcome.
Thanks, guys. Appreciate it. Thank you. Hello, sir. So where are you from?
Connecticut.
Connecticut. You came a long way here to be here today, huh?
Yes, sir.
You feel encouraged by this turnout?
Yep, but we got some hope here.
Yeah, CNN was saying only a couple of thousand people showed up. It looks to me like there's at least 100,000.
I would say, yeah, I hope so.
Gee, aren't you surprised that they would downplay it?
No, not at all.
Not really, huh?
Yeah,
Yes.
we're here to put the brakes on government, and basically I can at least talk to my children and look them straight in the eye in the future and say I did my best. And basically I fought against the expansion of the federal government in any way I could.
Have you ever heard such a logic before that Obama and his administration is using, that to get out of a recession, they want to spend 3 times the amount of money that got us into the recession? Can you at all?
You can't spend yourself into prosperity.
I guess they never learned that, huh?
Yep.
Example in history where that's ever worked.
Well, we've made these mistakes before. We made them during the Great Depression. We inflated the money supply in 1927. Basically, we were making a lot of the same mistakes. The one thing we had in our favor at that time, we had Silent Cow, who basically had our budget balanced at that time, and we were starting from a much better point. We're in big trouble now because we are starting from a very bad point.
Right. Well, you seem to know quite a bit, sir. Obama should appoint you as a czar, but I doubt somehow that you would fit into his agenda.
No, I would not.
Well, I appreciate your comments and the patriotism and your determination being here. Thank you so much.
You got it.